We are. I promise I'm not coughing as much as I was last week. We're live. Welcome in. Let me get this all squared away and get everything going. The lives. On. And then let's share to there. And there we go. All right. Welcome in. Yeah, I thought this would be fun. So we'll hang out here for a little bit. I probably won't stream super long. I gotta make a video about the October video here in a little bit. So probably won't stream for too long. This will probably be like a 30, 45 minute video, and then we'll be out of here. But I also want to rant about TikTok here in a little bit, so stay tuned for that if you care. And then we'll get to some unboxings here. I have technically 6 Nindroids, because I also have this little guy. We'll get to him. And then I also have these. I have these little Ranma thingies here, but we'll give it a minute. We'll start whenever we're a couple minutes in, at least. See if anybody joins in. As always, if you'd like to send a super chat, you're more than welcome to, although you don't have to. Any chats I will try to answer as best of my ability. And just whatever you'd like to add in. I just needed to unbox these before I could make the video. And I think someone's at my door. I don't know. Let me get a knife. I will need a knife. All right. Oh, by the way, I got this. This was a shirt that I bought, and the problem is that she's laying like this, so it's fine. But what happens is that if I look down, I just see naked Reze, and which that's fine, I guess. But yeah. All right. Let me check on one more thing. Let's see here. Okay. Real quick, I want to start with the TikTok thing. So, I made a TikTok, and you might have seen it because it was also a short. So here is my TikTok thing, which I don't really care if you see anything here. Activity. Yeah. Okay. So here is my comments that I get, and I'm going to be completely honest. I don't really care. I don't look at these very often, but I just happened to look at them last night, and I kept noticing this, and I made a video about, let me see if I can pull it up here. Since I've started showing off some of my collection here and there, I've had a lot of people ask about very popular anime, and I don't really have popular anime in my collection. I really only have a couple, and most of those represented by Funko Pops, like Demon Slayer or Attack on Titan or My Hero Academia on the other side of the room. My collection more consists of stuff like this, like Wood Totten or K-On! Or Bochiza Rock or Oshinoko or A Place Further Than the Universe. Like, 90% of collections is not going to have this much A Place Further Than the Universe
merch in their collection. I think this is shown off very well in my pickups for October. As you can see here, I have 3 from Tying the Knot with the Amagami Sisters. I don't think most people are buying that.
So anyway, my main rant here is that I'm getting all of these comments, and this is not exclusive to TikTok. It's oh, sorry. My main rant with this is that it was not just a TikTok thing. I was also getting these comments on YouTube, which is why I went back and looked to see what I was getting on TikTok, and then I found out all this. K-On! Is considered a classic. It's not niche or anything close to it. Collecting stuff from not... Okay, that's not one. All popular. Bro acting like these ain't popular. Okay, here's the problem, all right? So if you can... I don't know how to scroll here. But basically, my goal with that short was to show off my... most notably... my it was to show off my Wataten collection and my A Place Further in the Universe collection, and also to address the fact that I don't have like Dragon Ball or One Piece. That's just not something I collect, and I wanted to make that a point in this short. Was it a well thought out short? No, but that's not really the point. I just made it just to push that out there. So as you can see here in my collection here in a moment, whenever I get to this point, here's my Wataten stuff right here. Whenever I go from here, I am looking at this, and then I just make my way across the shelf over to A Place Further in the Universe here. I knew I wanted to focus on those two. So instead of me making a big cut and only showing off 2 things, I just decided to show off all of the stuff in between, none of which is super like ultra popular anime. If I went to anyone on the street and I said, hey, do you know what Oshinoko is? I would say 80% of people would not. However, if I go to your average family member and I say, I want, what is One Piece? They're going to know what it is. They're going to know what a Dragon Ball is. You tell them what Goku, they're going to know what that is. And I feel like I was really either understood, misunderstood, or I was completely like off the mark here because that's what I was going for. And I feel like this is just a big, just stupid thing that has happened with this stupid TikTok. And I am not... Here's the problem. The people on TikTok are absolute idiots, if I'm being completely honest. They just don't critically think about anything. But anyway, let's open some stuff. So these are, I've gotten a few of these. These are little blind bags here. And I used to make shorts out of these, but now I'm making these that makes people upset, so I just thought I'd unbox some of these. And I would have bought these anyway, because I really just wanted some. Here's all the characters you can get. I think they're pretty neat here. Preferably, I'd like to get Shampoo and Ranma here, the female version. We'll see what we get. Hey, how about that? How about that? I never get this lucky. They don't look great, if I'm being completely honest with you. They don't look great, but hey, there you go. So we got female Ranma. So now, Shampoo. Shampoo and Akane. Make the trifecta here. It's the Chase one. It's that one. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's the dude that does the ice skating, I think. And then finally we got one left here. Let's open him up. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's Shampoo. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, well, that literally was the 2 that I asked for, so I'm not going to complain at all. These are the two that I wanted. I'm very happy with that. Okay, it's a good start. Good start. Okay. I have 2 Funko Pops. I also have a Nindroid Basic, and then I have a 5 of these Nindroids like this. So let's just crack on with it. I am going to try to be as visible to the camera as possible. Let me do this to brighten it up a little bit there. Okay. Start up with this one. This is Yuna from the Amagami Sisters, tying the knot with the Amagami Sisters. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've not watched this anime yet. This is an anime that I intended to watch and has been on my watch list for a long time. If you go back to when this was about to air, I think I even said on that, I made a video, and I was like, this is one that I'm gonna watch, no doubt about it. And I ended up kind of getting distracted, and I ended up not watching it whenever it was airing, and then I just haven't really got around to it. So I pre-ordered all these with the intention that I was going to watch it pretty soon. So I was like, well, I'll want something from this anime, so I'll just go ahead and pre-order these. I forgot about them. So here we are. But still pretty cool designs. From everything that I've heard about it, I don't think it's anything that I will dislike by any means. So, it's fine. We've got her little ribbon here on the back. Gotta get the plastic off of it. Here, let's turn on. There we go. All right, but yeah, gotta get her ribbon on here. I like when they do stuff like that. I think it's neat. I need a drink quite badly, but hey, we'll be fine. We can also, I haven't seen it yet, but I saw that there are some Buy Cutie Bunnies for this series. I'm thinking about getting the red-haired girl. She looks good. Yeah, I've seen those as well. I think I had them pre-ordered, but that was something that I did end up canceling. I don't cancel Nindroids too often. We can compare their bust size, because that's a thing with this series. So, yeah. Neato. What is the... Hang on. I want to see what the other ones... what their options are. Okay, none of them seem to have... this is the only one that's got the broom thing. So I don't really want to put the broom on her if she'd be the only one to have a broom. If they all could be cleaning, then I'd do that. But since that doesn't seem to be a possibility, I think I'm just going to make them all kind of the like standard ones here and then here. Because I think that looks the best. So we'll do that. So we'll give her this look. There. With her hands on her hips. Which is neat. Actually, I kind of like that. It kind of gives us sassy type vibes. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, I like that. For other ones, if you ever wanted to, you get 2 alternate faces here. There and there. Actually, let me... Hang on. There we go. Okay, you get 2 alternate faces here. You also, as I mentioned, this broom, and then you get a bunch of little things here and there. I think there's an ice cream, a ribbon, a book, and then some alternate arms and stuff. Hello, Steve. Welcome in. welcome in. Hope you enjoy the stream. Oh, the base. Yeah. You can tell that I haven't unboxed an Nendroid in a little bit. Base is down here. Let's get that out of there. And there's all of your stuff for the base. We'll put that. No, we can drop it through the face hole. And then we can stab her in the back. Ta-da! Cool Nendroids. I'm thinking of getting a Mina Nendroid from my wife. Has no emotion. That is a fantastic Nendroid. I highly, highly recommend it. I picked it up, and it is great. It has the little robot from it, and he is so adorable in Nendroid form. He's very tiny, but he is adorable, and I highly recommend that Nendroid. One of the 3 done from that series at least. Do you usually order from AmiAmi? If so, how much is shipping usually for you? And is there a tariff? I mostly buy from US sites. Everything that I'm showing off today all came from US sites. Actually, everything, all the Nendroids came from a store called Big Bad Toy Store. I'm quite a big fan of them. Their shipping is quite good. And what they do is they don't charge you when you pre-order. So if you decide to cancel it, you can just cancel it. You don't got to worry about trying to get your money back or anything like that. It doesn't charge until it ships. And I like that because you can just pre-order what you want, and then as it comes closer, oh, I forgot to put her hair on her. There we go. Fancy. Okay, but I like that to be able to just kind of pre-order what I want, and then as it gets closer, I go through and I'm like, do I really want this? And then usually I'm like, yeah, I do still want this, so I keep it. This is really neat. So here is like this thing, and it's like a actual like string. And obviously this is like the things they would like do, and neat. You don't see that very often on Android. Very cool. As for AmiAmi with tariffs, so I ended up getting a shipment that has been shipped from AmiAmi, so it's on its way, and there was an extra cost, but it also is slower shipping. So like before, I would get all my AmiAmi boxes in about 5 days, and now it seemingly is going to be about 2 weeks. So I used to pay a little bit extra to get that faster shipping, but because DHL isn't really doing shipping right now, and the Japan Post isn't doing any shipping, they're using a much slower company to do that. And really it balances it out to where I am not paying much more, but I'm getting it slower, if that makes sense. I also recently got Komi's Freeing Fig. Yes, that's a great figure. That's a fantastic figure. I am very excited to get some more Freeing figures. Probably won't have any this month, or in November, but I should have some for December. So that'd be good. There is our next girl. Whenever it comes to like Nendroids and stuff, I honestly just recommend if it's possible to order from a U.S. company, order from a U.S. company. Not because I want to support U.S. companies or anything like that. It's more so just like it's fairly easy to get like Nendoroids and everything from U.S. companies. You are not going to like struggle to find them. So there is the additional stuff here. You get a pair of sunglasses. You get a fan that fell out, and that's why it won't shut. You get a little fan that you can give her. And then that little thing that we looked at before. So pretty neat. There we go. They should make a Najimi figure. Oh, yes. I'd buy it. I think Komi, honestly, if they were gonna make more Komi stuff, I think they would have made a bare leg Komi by now. Did they make a bare leg Komi? Maybe they did. Bare leg Komi. Nope, never did. At least not that I can see. So yeah, I don't think we'll get any more Fring stuff, unfortunately. Unfortunately, but hey, maybe. I am excited. We are getting some Fring stuff from Ranma, which is always fun. Because shampoo. I am sad. I had to cancel one Fring figure during the whole tariff stuff, and that was Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop. Very cute. I like that. Do you prefer fishnets or bare leg? The netting, by far the fishnets. I think it just looks a lot better. I think it adds a little bit to the figure. Meanwhile, I think the bare legs just look a little bit incomplete. Last of the Amagami sisters, we have Yae here. She does have quite possibly my favorite face out of all of them. I won't be using it though. I'm just gonna go with the basic look because I think it looks the best. She also gets the least amount of stuff. Like, there's very little there. Like, you get this pair of sitting feet that with these, to where it's like little. It's like little feet that you can put her on, so it looks like she's sitting. You can get those, but that's kind of boring. Get this face. And it's a cute face. I like that. There's that, before we take all the plastic off of it. What did they do? There we go. Oh, I've lost her hand. And I've broken her arm. Hang on. We're getting there. We're getting there. Her hand will go in there eventually. There we go. Better. Okay. So as you can see, we have Busty Nendroid. Somewhat Busty Nendroid. And Flat Nendroid. Do you collect Chainsaw Man figures? Also just watched the Chainsaw Man movie, was thinking trying to see it in the 3D version. I do collect the Funko Pops of them. I have the Freeing figures pre-ordered because I missed them the first time around. So I just went ahead and I pre-ordered the re-release of them. And now they have Kobeni as well. Hopefully they will continue to make more from that line and make like Reze and stuff. Because I would buy them. As for like, do I have like a Denji or anything and like a standard figure? No, not yet. If I found a really cool one maybe, but not yet. Let me pull her body off here. There we go. And there we go. She is very cute. I like that. So, finally, let's get this put up, and then we'll look at all 3 of them. Hang on. And there is our little tying the knot with the Amagami sister set. I like that. I think it turned out very well. Could I have done cooler poses? Yeah, but on a shelf, I think this looks better. I think if you add a lot of accessories and you have a lot of Nendroids on a shelf, I think it becomes a bit crowded very quickly. So we're not gonna add a lot of accessories to them. Okay, before we get on to the final 2 Nendroids here, because if you are unaware, we also have the Aura the Guillotine and then Mau Mau, which is my first Mau Mau Nendroid, which is pretty cool. Before we get to those, I'm going to unbox some of these smaller ones. I have a Fern Funko here. The Kobeni looks good, just wish she did her peace signs. Would have been Pete currently having the power one is my favorite Freeing bunny. Oh yeah, I am jealous that you already have it. That's really cool. Get this, that's neat. So there is Fern. So you can see there, you do get this on the back, which is really neat. And you get this little opening over here, and you can take this and so you can move her head, which is quite nice. So I'm just going to leave it on the side there. But that's neat. Adds a little bit to the character, I guess. So, yeah. Neato. So there's Fern. And probably the most boring for most of you that are watching is not Fern, but it's a Deku, which is I just found at a local store for $10. Which I thought, you know, yeah, is that the cheapest I could find it? Probably not, but hey, knock it off the list. Another one to knock off our ring, or our complete collection here. It's him with the mask. Nothing super crazy there, but I never liked his full mask, his original one. But it's neat. We'll put it with the one that is like the vigilante version. It is neat where you can kind of see his face underneath this, which is neat. I got a call, but I will call them back. We don't have too much longer to go. All right. That's all the Funko Pops for today. Real quick, let's unbox a Nendroid Basic. So these are a new line of, well, they're not new anymore. They've done a few of these. This is a new line of Nendroid figures. They are called Basics because they are much smaller than a normal Nendroid. Not in size of the actual figure, but in amount of accessories and the amount you can actually do with this figure. Let's get him out of here. This is the main character from Sakamoto Days. They're making Sakamoto Days Funko Pops, and to be completely honest, I probably won't buy them because I find them a little bit boring. But I did want something from Sakamoto Days, so I picked up him. And as you can see here, he gets one accessory, and that's it. And he gets no additional arms or anything, so basically you are forced to do the one pose, and that's it. Which, like, okay, fine. Like, I feel like there was more you could have done with this, but maybe they thought it wouldn't sell well, so they're like, just give him the... Yeah. Oh yeah, remember your Chisato cosplay outfit? I found out, well, they're selling the summer outfit. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got that over there. I like that thing. I think that was actually one of my cooler purchases over the years, to be completely honest. But this Nendroid Basic line has been somewhat successful. There are some things I like about it and some things that I just don't. Loving Sakamoto Days. Part 2, it's so good. I haven't watched Part 2 yet. I need to watch Part 2. Hang on. The only problem with Nendroids is you gotta get it in their back. And most of them don't line up that well. Ugh. I hope they make a figure of his wife. Yeah, I would really like to have like the whole cast in Nendoroid form. I just don't really want them in Funko Pop form. But my gosh, this is quite possibly the hardest I've ever had to work to get a stinking thing in. I'm gonna just, there's paint in here. Yeah, there is paint stuck in this hole, and it does not want to allow this to go in there. There we go. Gosh, once it got past the paint, it went, but my gosh. The Chisato outfit is short sleeve, and it's made by the same company. Not available on AmiAmi. Oh, okay. Look it up. Hang on. Yeah, this one. Hang on. Yeah, I'm not gonna dox myself. This one. It was on AmiAmi, but it ain't now. Yeah, mine's the long sleeve version. But I mean, both of them are good. But yeah, that's cool. I highly recommend them. They're a very good company. What is my favorite figure out of this whole? Probably Mau Mau, but I haven't got to her yet. We will get to her shortly. Not this thing. What's your next video? It will be the October collection update. There we go, finally. These Nendoroid basics kind of suck sometimes. What if we do like this, and then like this, and then put him up here? Yeah, that works. Let me put this all away. But yeah. This. Yes, I bought it from the website. Oh, yeah, the AmiAmi. Fernando, lately I have been watching your old first videos. Want to see the growth. You get to experience the really bad mic quality for a long time because I didn't have a good mic. Have I ever counted how many figures I have in total? Oh, good gosh. I did count the Nendoroid count, and this was months ago, and it was nearing 300, so I would go to as far as to guess that we're way past 300 now. Because, I mean, we've got 6 of them today. But there is who we're unboxing now. I love potato quality videos. Yeah, they're potato quality, that is for sure. I will say, though, I do appreciate like some of those older videos, especially like the Connor, the Sea Dog haul video. I thought was really cool, and some of those older videos still do very well to this day. But yeah, this is probably the most complex figure we'll have today, I think. Do you keep all the packaging boxes stored somewhere, or do you toss them? I keep them in my attic. Which, once again, back to the TikTok thing from earlier, a lot of people had opinions on that. And were like, you can't store them up there, that's a fire hazard. Like, buddy, if my attic catches on fire, I'm not... The fact that I have paper boxes in the attic isn't going to determine whether or not my house burns down. My house is going to burn down anyway. That's why I have insurance. Like, I've never understood that. Like, people will say, oh, you can't stack papers. Like, what's a library do then? Anyway, enough ranting. I'm probably going to make a TikTok comeback video to go up tomorrow or tonight. WT. I never knew that a Funko Pop video was your first one. Yes, and I'm trying to remake it. I am in the process of remaking it, but I have not got around to remaking it yet. Yeah, I made that first video because I just really wanted to talk about the how do I do this? Is it this one? Hang on. Can you show your Licorice Recoil collection on your next video? It is on my list. Right now, I plan to make the little comeback video to where I'm like, you TikTok people are stupid. Then I plan to make the what do I do here? I plan to make a Licorice Recoil video at some point. I don't know exactly when it'll be, but it's soon. Don't worry, it will be very soon. I know there's the sword. We've got the sword here. And then we've got the little guillotine thing. I noticed you mispronounced Ami in your earlier videos. What did I say it? What did I call it? I don't doubt that I didn't, or that I did, but what did I call it? There's really no telling, to be completely honest. How does she hold it in the box? Okay, so she holds it from the top, but will it latch on? Oh, it will. Amy? I called it Amy? Why did I do that? I knew better than that. Huh. Funny to me. It was around the time that I started YouTube whenever I first started buying from them. So that's probably a... that was probably just me being stupid at first. There we go. Should she have that face while the actual thing is happening? No. But I know you've written down the order of the animes you watch, do you ever write down the order of the figures you bought or the prices you got them for at the time? No, that is what the monthly update videos kind of accomplish. Let's see here. Oh, so the only way you can do this is to put it onto her. It goes. It would be cutting off her head, which is neat. We'll do that real quick, but. Whoops. How do you do it? Hang on. I don't know. Nope, you said that. That's funny that I said Amy for that. I love Ami. My first purchase is an Ichika Nanako scale date figure. Oh, cool. Yeah, those date figures. I hear about them all the time. People really like those, and I'm very glad. I bought the dress ones, and I'm very happy with that, the angel dress ones, and I'm very happy with that purchase. But if I would have changed my opinion and would have went with something else, I think I would have went with the date figures. Yeah, this is definitely the most complicated figure of the night. Okay, she's all done. Yeah. I know you probably already seen that both China and South Korea have made trade deals with the U.S. So hopefully that means we can get newer figures in the U.S. again. And then also, how have the tariffs been for you lately? Hopefully not too bad. To be completely honest, I have not gotten a lot of figures. This month, this is like everything. But to speak on that trade deal, yes, there was a trade deal that went through, and it did seemingly will help trade a little bit. The problem is that notably, like for Japan and South Korea, and actually I'm not 100% sure about South Korea, but for like Vietnam and stuff like that, they did make a trade deal. However, that trade deal basically does not get rid of the tariffs. The tariffs stay in place, and basically it will just be that the U.S. now doesn't have to pay tariffs to them. So basically, like, they just, those countries just don't make money. And then they just lose money when they have to ship over here. So it's just not a great situation, really, because tariffs will not go down on anime figures, and theoretically, they are not going to be going down anytime soon. At least for the next 3 or so years. This is pretty cool. I like that one quite a bit. I like the detail on the horns and on the dress. The guillotine's very cool. The sword's very cool. This is one that I almost canceled, but I'm very happy that I did not. Okay. Is that a Chainsaw Man shirt I see? Yes, I mentioned this earlier, but it's Reze, but it's kind of weird because she's upside down because it's meant to simulate the poster thing. But the problem is that whenever I look down, it looks like Reze is, like naked Reze is staring at me, which is, I guess, both a blessing and a curse. So, neato though. I'm very happy with this shirt. All right, one more to go is Mau Mau. I'm very happy. I'm excited about Mau Mau. If you watched the video from the other day, she's my favorite character. You got a Tokai Teo plush. Yeah, it's right there. Nezuko's just holding on to it till I get, till I get more Uma merch. But I see that as a win. Yeah. I like Reze a lot. Reze was probably my favorite character in Chainsaw Man, to be honest. I love Apothecary Diaries, but I collect posters. That's cool. The only reason that I don't collect a lot of posters is because I don't have a lot of room. But I completely back poster lovers. Poster lovers are fantastic. So this is the main face that comes with Mau Mau. Well, it is great because it is like the it's poison scene, which is great. I love that scene. I also do love the scene where she's dressed up really cute and everything, and really fancy, and then she gives this look. Because it's Mau Mau's personality shining out in this dress that really does not fit Mau Mau. So we're taking it off. My brother got himself Ogre Cat, Rudolph, and Mambo. Cool. I would get a Mambo one. I would get a Rudolph one too. And Ogre Cat. All of those are good. All of those are really good. Do you at least have any local anime stores around you that you can buy from, or do you order mostly online? So I have some comic shops around me that I can order or that I can buy from. The only problem with those is they're a little bit overpriced. They're good for Funko Pops, but they're not good for really anything else. Then I have one anime shop near me. The only problem is that 99% of the stuff that they carry is fakes. So I just don't do business with them. Is that kind of sucky? But yeah, but I'm not going to buy any of their fake merch, unfortunately. I'm going to take that off. Take her arm off. Take this hand. Put it in this sleeve. Make it look like she's kind of... I like that. That's cool. That's cool. I like this one. Also, we need to give her her little blue ribbon thing here. Hang on. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Cool. Alrighty. That's basically it. You do get the little, whoops. You do get the little, hang on. You do also get the little petri dish that she eats the poison from. You get a spoon. You get also a little arm with a handkerchief, if you wanted to simulate that. I saw they got more giant plushies, the same size as Nezuko for Uma. characters. I want the Jungle Pocket one. Yeah, unfortunately, the only ones are really hard to get in America, at least. Will you buy more Hot Toys? If they made anime ones, probably. But as for right now, I've got all the Star Wars characters that I wanted. I've got Anakin. I've got Luke. I've got Leia. I've got Rex. I've got Cody. I've got Ahsoka. I've got Obi-Wan. I got Yoda. I've got Jin. I've got Krennic. I've got Mando. And I've got Rey and Kylo. Never got a Vader, but I don't really care. But I pretty much got everybody that I wanted, so unless they decide to make some cool anime ones, probably not. If they made K-pop Demon Hunters, I probably would. But that's a, big if. Get off. I think we're almost to the end of this Fire Emblem soundtrack. And there she is. So cute. Those stores selling fakes when they are overpriced, they're overpriced and they are definitely fake. And I don't really have any business with them. That sucks for fakes. Can be official. Why do? Because it's really the real reason they do is because it is cheaper. It's cheaper to buy the fakes because you can buy them in bulk, and then they don't have to pay money to buy it. Even though they can just, at least with the comic shops around me, yes, they're overpriced, but they're real stuff. So they're buying it from places like Big Bad Toy Store and just marking it up, which I don't have a problem with, because then at least you're selling official stuff. I just don't like whenever that is, like, especially if somebody is uneducated and don't know. Exactly. Because I just don't want people to think, oh, I'm getting this really cool Chainsaw Man figure because I'm a big fan of the movie, and then they get a figure that they really like, and then they go down the road, and then, like, they buy more anime figures online or whatever, and they find out a figure that they really enjoyed was a fake. That is what sucks, and that's what I don't like. But anyway. So yeah, as you can see here is our merch haul for today. We've got 3 keychains. We've got Female Ranma. We've got Shampoo, and we've got Ice Skating Brother. We've got Fern and Deku. We've got the Amagami Sisters in Android form. And then we've got Mao Mao, Aura, and Sakamoto. So yeah, pretty neat. Okay, that's all for today, because I already ranted about that, and I am not sure what anime I got, or what manga I got, because I accidentally put it up. So, we won't address that today. We'll talk about that later. But video coming out on Saturday. Should be another short coming out probably tonight, to be honest. And then another short should be out on tomorrow night and Sunday night. So stay tuned for those. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. And then the video out on Tuesday. I really do like the Tuesday, Saturday schedule with a stream in the middle. Debbie Hall, thank you. Thank you. I think it's pretty cool. I'm a new subscriber to your channel, and I like how honest, unfiltered, and straight to the point you are with your videos. Thank you. Yeah, I try not to give you this big flashy version. If I just don't care about something, I'm not gonna make a video about it. That's why I never made a video about the stinking One Punch Man stuff. Which there's some other people, not naming names, I did that last stream. There's other people that will make videos just to make videos about drama whenever 9 times out of 10 they ain't even watching the anime. Which I don't really care about. I just want to make videos about cool stuff that I like, and if it gets me, like, to be honest, thank you, because we're at like 9 viewers right now, 8 now, and I appreciate you guys for filling in now. 8 viewers is not much for a huge streamer, but it's a good amount for me. For a little bit in the stream today, there was like 2 of you, and I appreciate you even then. I'm trying to appreciate you more, and I hope that you will stick around for me. I think we will continue to grow, and I hope we will, because I think it's more fun to spread positivity, to spread just the joy of collecting and the joy of watching anime that isn't necessarily popular, but the anime that you just enjoy watching. So anyway, that is all for today. Thank you for watching. Like I said, video on Saturday, video on Tuesday, and then streaming again next Thursday. That's the plan anyway. Obviously, something could pop up, but as of right now, that is the plan. So I will talk to you guys on Saturday or